Many cultures have a different concept of faithfulness than most of us, but there is one place in the world where husbands offer their wives as a token of gratitude. In this new video from Uncensored World, we are going to learn more about the Inuit culture and the place where they live, one of the most inhospitable and icy, but at the same time beautiful and mysterious on the planet, Alaska. A place with curiosities as surprising as that. As soon as you arrive at the house of an Eskimo family, the owner offers his own wife to spend the night with the new guest. Started. Alaska, although many do not know it, belongs to the United States of America and is its largest state, although also the least populated due to being one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. But it is also a fascinating destination full of mysteries and curiosities that captivate anyone who visits it, as you will now see. Located in the northwest region of North America, Alaska is known for its spectacular natural beauty, unique wildlife, and rich indigenous culture, contradictions as out of the ordinary as the one with which this video began. Its remote location and vast expanses of land make Alaska a unique and attractive place for adventurers and nature lovers. The weather in Alaska varies considerably depending on the region and time of year. In general, the state experiences long, cold winters, with temperatures that can drop below 30 degrees Celsius in some areas. Summers are milder, but still quite cool, with temperatures rarely exceeding 20 degrees Celsius in the inland regions. In coastal areas, the climate tends to be more temperate due to the influence of the Pacific Ocean. The name Alaska originates from the Aleutian word Alaskjak, which means continent or great land. This name was adopted by the Russians when they colonized the region in the 18th century and was later incorporated into English when Alaska became a territory of the United States in 1867. Alaska is accessible by air, sea, and land. Travelers can arrive by plane through several international airports, such as Chad Stevens International Airport in Anchorage, the largest in the state. It is also possible to cruise through Alaska's many ports, or drive via the Guam Highway or the Alaska Highway from Canada. Although English is the primary language spoken in Alaska, the state officially recognizes two indigenous languages, Inupiaq and Cuisine. These native languages have deep roots in Alaskan history and culture, and are spoken by indigenous communities throughout the state. The Inupiaq is spoken primarily by the Inupiaq in the Arctic region of Alaska, while Cuisine is spoken by the Cuisine in the Alaskan interior. The official recognition of these languages reflects Alaska's commitment to preserving and respecting the indigenous cultures that have called this land home for millennia. Alaskans, known as Alaskans, have a number of quirks and customs that set them apart from the rest of the Americans. Due to their geographical isolation and unique lifestyle, they have developed a number of unique traditions and behaviors. One of the most striking curiosities is the celebration of the Frozen Chin Festival in the city of Anchorage, where participants compete to see who can grow the longest beard without it freezing. This event, which takes place during the winter months, is a testament to the spirit of resilience and humor of Alaskans in the face of the conditions. Extreme weather conditions. As for the women of Alaska, they are said to be as tough and brave as men, able to survive in the most adverse conditions. Many of them actively participate in outdoor activities such as hunting, fishing, and hiking, challenging gender stereotypes and demonstrating their great strength. Respect. When it comes to tourism, Alaska offers a wide variety of stunning tourist spots that captivate visitors with their natural beauty and diversity. Among these, the most prominent are Denali National Park. This park is home to the famous Mount McKinley, the highest peak in North America. Thanks to this, the place offers spectacular landscapes that are usually among the most photographed by tourists, as well as unique wildlife and plenty of options for hiking and nature observation. The Tracy Arm Fjord. This stunning glacial fjord is located in southeastern Alaska, and is world-famous. Famous for its towering ice cliffs, floating icebergs, and crystal-clear waters. It is a popular destination for boat trips and also for whale watching. The Glacier Mandanha. Located near the town of Huno, this glacier offers stunning panoramic views, spectacular waterfalls, and opportunities for hiking and kayaking among icebergs. Another important fact you should know is that Alaska is one of the best places in the world to witness the stunning northern lights. Another of the best places is Iceland, and on the channel you can enjoy a video that we will also leave you in the description to learn more about what could be the most beautiful country on the planet. In Alaska, these dazzling colorful light shows, also known as the Spirit Dance, are caused by the interaction of solar particles with Earth's atmosphere. Clear winter nights in places like Fairbanks offer some of the most spectacular views of this celestial phenomenon, where lights dance in the night sky, creating an unforgettable spectacle for those lucky enough to witness it. If you're visiting Alaska in the winter, it's good to know that every year, the city of Fairbanks celebrates the Ice and Snow Festival, an event that attracts visitors from all over the world. During the festival, artists carve stunning ice sculptures, which are displayed in Fairbanks Ice Sculptors Park. In addition to ice sculptures, the festival offers a variety of activities, including dog sled races, snowmobile competitions, and fireworks displays. If you plan to travel by car, you can't miss another of Alaska's most famous places called the Dalton Highway, also known as the Trans-Alaska Highway, one of the most remote and challenging road arteries in North America. More than 666 kilometers long, this route winds through desolate and rugged landscapes, offering spectacular views but also significant challenges for drivers. With unpredictable weather conditions, rugged terrain, and the occasional presence of wildlife, traveling the Dalton Highway is a unique experience that tests both the skills and spirit of adventure of those who venture on. When it comes to cuisine, Alaska offers a delicious variety of dishes, many of which are influenced by Eskimo culture and local products. Among the most popular foods are wild salmon, king crab, reindeer, and wild blueberries. A very rare and unique food that comes from the Eskimos is muktuk, which is the skin and blubber of the whale or narwhal. This is a traditional delicacy in many Alaskan Inuit communities and is eaten raw or lightly cooked. Muktuk is considered an important source of nutrients and energy in the harsh Arctic environment, and is valued for its distinctive flavor and unique texture. Undoubtedly, it is a unique culinary experience for all those who venture to try it. The Alaska Indian tribes are commonly known around the world as Eskimos, a term that has historically been used to refer to the indigenous peoples of the Arctic. The word Eskimo is thought to come from the Algonquian term iakamai, which translates to meat eater. Hangover. However, this word has been considered by some to be pejorative due to its connotation and the fact that it was used by colonizers to refer to the indigenous peoples of the Arctic. In an effort to reaffirm their identity and avoid the use of a term deemed offensive, many of these peoples, especially those in Canada and Greenland, have adopted the term Inuit. Inuit is a word in Inuktitut that means the real people or people, and is considered a more respectful and accurate way of referring to these peoples and their cultures. Inuit culture is an integral part of Alaska's identity that makes it unique and recognizable around the world. Their traditions and beliefs have been passed down from generation to generation over the centuries. The Inuit, who are the indigenous peoples of the Arctic, have developed a deep connection to the earth and the environment, as well as a number of spiritual beliefs and practices that shape their way of life. One of the most important beliefs of the Inuit is the idea that all living things are interconnected and dependent on each other for survival. This holistic conception of the world is reflected in its respect for nature and its care not to overexploit natural resources. Hunting and fishing are fundamental activities in the lives of the Inuit, not only as a means of subsistence, but also as an integral part of their culture and tradition, a culture and tradition that has helped them survive in one of the cruelest places on Earth. Hunting caribou, polar bear, seal, and other wildlife provides food, furs, and other materials essential for survival in the harsh Arctic climate. Both for hunting and for movement, the Inuit and other Alaska Native peoples make use of sled dogs. These dogs have been an important part of Alaskan culture and history for centuries. At the time of the gold rush, sled dogs played a crucial role in transporting supplies and delivering mail to the more remote regions of the state. Today, these dogs are still an integral part of life in Alaska. If you visit this place, you can enjoy exciting sleigh rides pulled by these amazing animals. Sled dogs include several breeds, with Siberian Huskies being one of the most common. These Huskies share similar physical traits to wolves, as they are both descended from common ancestors. In addition, their team spirit and loyalty make them valuable coworkers for sledding, where they can travel long distances on difficult terrain. These Siberian Huskies are almost as important to Alaskan culture as the inhabitants themselves. Going back to the Inuit, spirituality plays one of the most important roles in their lives. Those who practice a unique form of shamanism that focuses on connecting with the spirits of nature and the spirit world. Traditional rituals and ceremonies, such as drumming and dancing, are used to communicate with spirits and seek their guidance and protection. But perhaps the characteristic fact that most attracts the attention of those who arrive at this place, even more so if they do not expect it, is that if a man arrives contacts a useless family and they invite him to their home, it is very likely that the husband will offer his wife as a gift as a sign of hospitality. Probably those who arrive and do not expect it, even more so if they arrive as a couple, will not only be surprised, but it can be very difficult for them to deny this useless hospitality, since many of these Eskimos can take denial as a serious offense, being able to respond in the worst of ways. According to the book The North Alaskan Eskimo, A Study in Ecology and Society, as soon as you arrive at the home of an Eskimo family, the owner of the home offers his own wife to spend the night. And, if the visitor does not accept, it is taken as an offense that can even be paid for with death. Surprising but true, how did you feel? What do you think of this Inuit practice? Pause the video and leave us your comment. Doing so is the best way to help the channel and we'd love to hear from you, so thank you. And don't forget to leave a good like if you're enjoying this video. This strange display of hospitality to visitors is done to anyone, as the Inuit consider it a privilege. They offer their wife, but they are usually the ones who decide whether they want to or not. Fortunately, Eskimo women are respected and valued for their ability to work, although it may seem strange to us the way in which their partners respect their sexual freedom. The reason for this unusual hospitality seems to be that Eskimo communities are made up of a very small number of people, so these practices serve to increase the variety in their relationships and favor the perpetuation of their members. The Inuit not only lend their women to new guests, but also practice the ritual exchange of partners, although always for religious purposes and with the knowledge of their shaman called Angkok. In Inuit culture, the Angkok is an important spiritual figure who acts as an intermediary between the human world and the spirit world. These shamans have special abilities to communicate with spirits and perform rituals and ceremonies aimed at curing diseases, predicting the future, and protecting the community. They are respected and valued for their wisdom and knowledge of the mysteries of the spiritual world. Their shaman. Shamans are very necessary in the life of the Eskimos as the Arctic is a place full of mysteries. There are many Inuit legends that have fascinated explorers and adventurers for centuries. A tradition of myths that explain the origin of the world, the creation of animals, and other aspects of life in the Arctic. But it's important to know that the Inuit, while the best-known indigenous group in the Arctic region of Alaska, are not the only ones. The Yupiks are another important indigenous group in Alaska, especially in the southwestern region of the state. Like the Inuits, the Yupik have also lived in the Arctic for centuries and have developed a rich culture that reflects their deep link with the land and the sea. They are equally known for their skills in hunting, fishing, and ivory carving, as well as their colorful festivals and ceremonies. Both of them build traditionally ice houses, known as igloos, to protect themselves from the extreme cold. These ingenious structures are made of compacted snow blocks and provide a warm and safe shelter amidst the frozen landscape. Although many Arctic communities today use modern dwellings, the art of building igloo remains an important part of Inuit and Yupik culture. Both Eskimo tribes are perfect hunters, and among their hunting habits, that of bobby whales has been a fundamental part of their cultures for centuries. These communities depend on whale meat and blubber for their livelihoods, and whaling is a ceremonial and spiritually significant activity. Although the whale house is highly regulated today, it remains an important part of the cultural identity of these Eskimos. Eskimos with many mysterious and enigmatic legends like the ones you are now going to meet. One of the most well-known myths is that of Sethna, the goddess of the sea, who is worshipped by the Inuit as the protector of marine animals and the source of all life in the ocean. According to legend, Sedna lives at the bottom of the sea and controls the supply of fish and marine mammals. The Inuit perform ceremonies and offerings to placate Sedna and ensure good fishing. Another popular myth is that of the Upiyuk, a water spirit that is believed to inhabit the Arctic seas and kidnaps children who get too close to the water's edge. The Inuit warn their children about the danger of getting too close to the sea, using Upiyuk as a form of teaching and protection. And we can't leave Alaska and its legends without including the legend of the Yeti, also known as the snowman. Over the years, there have been numerous sightings and accounts of encounters with this mysterious creature in vast and remote regions of Alaska, this being one of the places on the planet where they claim to have had the most sightings. It is true that if this mythical animal or monster exists, as some consider it, it is more than likely that he would have chosen Alaska as his favorite abode, an eternally white place where camouflaging himself would be much easier than anywhere else on Earth. While the existence of the Yeti has not been confirmed, scientifically, his legend remains an intriguing part of Alaskan culture and mythology. For some, the Yeti is a feared and mysterious creature, while for others it is a source of fascination and adventure. Whether real or imagined, the myth of the Yeti adds an element of mystery and excitement to Alaska's already intriguing history. Every year in Alaska, millions of salmon make an extraordinary migration from the ocean to rivers and streams to spawn. This natural phenomenon, known as the Great Salmon Migration, is one of the most impressive spectacles of nature on the planet, a reality that can only be enjoyed in this world. Place. Alaska's rivers are buzzing with activity as salmon battle swift currents and predators to reach their biotope spots. This migration. Not only is it vital to Alaska's ecosystem, but it also attracts bears, bald eagles, and other animals that rely on salmon as a food source. One characteristic that makes Alaska unique and different are its volcanoes. With over 130 active volcanoes, Alaska is one of the most volcanically active regions in the world. These volcanoes are mainly of the stratovolcanic type, with steep cones and steep slopes, making them impressive and majestic, but also potentially dangerous. Volcanic activity in Alaska can pose risks significant for nearby communities and the environment, as eruptions can trigger lava flows, fiery clouds, debris avalanches, and the release of toxic volcanic gases. These events can endanger life and property, as well as affect air and water quality. As you can see, Alaska is a unique place in the world, a region full of mysteries, natural wonders, and a rich culture that dates back centuries. From its stunning landscapes to its bizarre traditions and fascinating beliefs, this state offers an unforgettable experience for those who venture out to explore. From Uncensored World, we hope that this tour of the mysteries and curiosities of Alaska has been as exciting for you as it has been for us. Thinking about it, and the effort that making these videos takes us, we would love for you to leave us a good like and your comment. It is the best way you have to help us continue to bring you the best content every week. If you have enjoyed this video and you are not yet subscribed, do not wait any longer and do it now by activating the bell so you do not miss the fascinating videos we make every week. Videos like this that you can. A place in the world where they have such an incredible fascination with the male genital organ that the facades of their houses are full of them. Don't miss it and discover the wonders that Bhutan has to offer.